The next thing I want to show you today is how to program stitches. This machine, the Jade 35, comes with a font that you can use, a couple of different ones for sewing. And so I'm going to show you how to combine some letters with some stitches, decorative stitches, and have it stitch out for you. So to do programming, there's a button here that's labeled PROG. That stands for programming. So you touch that program, and then you're going to touch the menu, stitch menu, to choose the stitch that you want. So I'm going to choose a pretty leaf. I'm going to choose this leaf on menu 4, number 16. So I've got an arrow over to menu 4, type in stitch number 16, and you can see it says program here for decorative. So I've got stitch 4, number 16 here, and there's one copy of it there. Let's say I wanted that stitch to go a different direction. There are mirror image buttons here on the machine. So if I choose this one, it's going to mirror image, it's going to flip that design the other direction like that. Maybe I like that better. Or if I want, I can flip it so that this end goes to that end. So I can flip it this way. So that is this button. And if I flip that, actually I did it backwards, but okay, you can keep playing with those buttons until it flips the direction that you want it. I actually would like to go back to where the stitch starts here and ends here, so I'm happy with that version. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I want to add a little flower, and I kind of like this little daisy-like flower here, number 19. So I'm going to again go to my stitch menu, select, it's already selected stitch menu 4, and I'm going to type 19 here on the keypad. That was probably me. Let's try that again. Stitch 19. Okay, I actually didn't need to, because it's in the same decorative menu, I didn't need to select that menu 4 again. There's my little stitch. Now this time I'm going to touch this button here that's got the capital A and the script capital A. So when I touch that, that's going to bring up my font menu. This is an English font. This is a Cyrillic font. You probably don't want to select the Cyrillic font, so we're going to stay with that one. And to select my stitches, I'm going to press OK, and it's going to bring up a screen that looks like our old cell phones from way back when you had to go through all those letters with the arrows. It's basically the same process. So right now it's showing up the capital letters. I'm going to move over and put my name in here. So my name is Deline. It starts with a capital D. Now I wanted to go to lowercase. So to do that, there's a button right below it that has a capital A, a slash, a lowercase a slash, and a 1. I'm going to select that, and now I've got the lowercase menu. So I'm going to scroll back over here, or arrow back over there to the A. Then we'll get an L over here, and an E, and an N, and an E. Okay, now if I wanted a number for some reason, and there are also punctuation marks here, I would select this button again, and I've got the numbers there for me. I'm not going to do that right now. So now I'm going to go back to my stitch menu, and I'm going to stick with stitch menu 4, and I'm going to select that little flower again. So I'm going to stitch number 19 in there, and I found out the last time that I didn't need to change the menu if I'm still using menu 4. So I'm going to go back and select this stitch number 16 for my leaf. And it actually came in the way I wanted it to show up, but if I wanted to use the mirror images to change that, I could. Now another thing I can do, let's say I want it to, sorry, I'm going to delete that. So I actually touched the fixed button, and that's not what I wanted to touch just yet. I'm going to put in a stop command here. So if I press, there are 2 different buttons that have stop on them on this machine. This button is slightly different than this one. When I press the stop button, what it's going to do is stitch that whole program one time and stop. It won't keep going over and over and over again. So I'm going to choose that stop to go in there. I'm going to program in a fix. And let's see if it'll cut. Nope, can't put the cut in. Okay, so now I'm ready to go. And I'm going to start. If I want to, I can save this stitch right there with the little heart button. So I've saved it. It's come back up. And I'm going to put my foot down. And for this, I'm going to press the start stop button. It's going to do the fix at the beginning. It's going to stitch my leaf. I like to use the start stop button whenever I've programmed in a stop, or if I want to make it so that the stitch will stop at the end. I like to use the start stop button because it knows when to stop. My foot doesn't always know when to stop the machine. And you can see I don't even have any hands on here. It's just moving my fabric through pretty straightly, pretty straight. Now it's stopped. I'm going to press start again. It's going to do my fix, and then I'm going to stop and cut. And there we go. I've programmed that in those stitches to make a nice little design. So if you don't want to go into embroidery mode, but you want to make a nice little label, or if for a quilt, or if you want to program some stitches that you want to use together in a different order so you don't have to keep switching them over and over again, this is how you can do that. So that's programming.